How's it going today? Slump Music here. Say hi to everybody real quick. I know you can't really see me, but I'm trying to get. I have to try to get it situated so you guys can at least can see what I'm trying to do here. Um, I'm always doing something different. You know what I'm saying? With my templates and the way my studio is set up and just the way everything is in general. You know what I'm saying? And Kai, Ableton, Logic, and all these other programs, um, they're constantly coming out with updates. You know what I'm saying? Which Logic just came out with another update, but I mean, of course, you're gonna have to have one of the newer computers to run it. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have which one is it? Damn, I lose track of it. But you gotta have the newest update for your Mac to run it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to go through a big process to get mine updated. Actually had to drop my M1 off at Apple for them to do it, and then I just went and picked it up and then came back and reinstalled all my applications, and it was a big old process. I mean, I had a real hard time because I was trying to update from Monterey. I believe I was updating from Monterey, and I had a hard time updating, and for some reason it wouldn't update. So they did it for me. I went and picked it up, and now I got it, and I got all this stuff right here reinstalled. But the main thing was I just really wanted the new update for Logic. You know what I'm saying? Um, Ableton Link is a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I use it on everything. I mean, on all my MPCs or whatever I have that has Ableton Link, I use it. You know what I'm saying? So when Logic came out with Ableton Link, I mean, this is like killing the game for me. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has Ableton Link first of all, but the way I have mine set up, it's like kind of tricky. I can't really do it all in in one video because I have like maybe two or three different ways. It's all hooked up the same way, but it all runs through two or three different ways. You know what I'm saying? The way I mean by that right there is, I mean, you have I have my MPC live, and I can also use it standalone, and I can also use it with the software. Now, if I was gonna use it with the software, I would just route it while I'm using the software and just route it through all my audio channels or whatever, or route it out to the mixer. You know what I'm saying? And then route it back into Ableton Logic or whatever for the audio that way. But then the other way I'm gonna talk about today is like how I gotta route it for like straight standalone producers. You know what I'm saying? That really don't use no computer. But I mean, I'm not really using a computer, but I'm using it so I can route all my tracks out so I can get a real proper mix. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of hard to when you mixing like two different things at the same time or whatever. It's really hard to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can program both of them to do it all together, and I mean that's really nice. It does do that. Um, one way to do that is um, you have to make sure that both of your units is set on to Ableton Link, but they also have to be in the menu when you go into your preference menu on either one of your units or whatever. But when you go in there and then you go into, I believe it's the MIDI. So when I get to my MIDI right here, and then I scroll down a little bit right there, and then it's gonna say receive. You wanna put that on Ableton Link, and then right under that, it's gonna say Ableton start, stop, sync, and receive MMC. All right. You want to make sure those is clicked on. Now that's how you're gonna make everything completely work. Now, if you got that turned on both of your units on your live and your force, when you hit play on either one of them, they're gonna both start playing. Now, to make it all play together and include the DAW, you'll have to have both of those set like that right there. But inside of your DAW, you will have to um, have the MPC plug in and then put the live into um, controller mode. So it'll be working with the software. So now when you set it up like that with the live using the software, and you got, I mean, of course you got the Force, and they're both still on Ableton Link. Um, when you it's still the start stop sync will still work, and it's actually gonna work even better because now when you hit start stop, it's gonna also make the software play as well, and also gonna make the software stop. So that's a good thing right there, and especially is like if you're gonna be doing mixes and stuff, like if you're using multiple instruments, you want that start and stop to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? So when you hit start, then Ableton's gonna actually everything's gonna give you that couple seconds, and then it's gonna start. But it works really good like that. But the way I'm running it today is I'm running everything in standalone. I got the 6 outputs coming out of the live, and then I got the 4 outputs coming out of the Force, and all 10 of those tracks right there are going into my interface. Now, right in front of me, right here, I have I have the Scarlett 18920, and then right under it, I have the ADA 8200, and I'm routing all my instruments outputs right into the interface. Now, from there, I'm routing the outputs from the 18920 directly into the Tascam Model 12. Okay, you guys following me? Because now, when you do it that way right there, everything's running into the interface. From the interface, it's running into Logic or your software, but it's also running back out of the interface from all your channels that you have connected with your inputs, um, right in back into your Tascam or whatever other mixer that you have. Now, the easiest way I would do that. Let me see if I can make this a little smaller. Well, the easiest way to do that is, um, let's see, let's go right here. The easiest way to do that is, um, like, if you're gonna route all your instruments, like everything is going inside of the interface, and then you want it all to be separated coming back out of the mixer, is the easiest route to do that is when you first set up your template. Um, you're gonna go here, and then you want to hit this right here, ascending right here. I got it on the output, but which I'm gonna turn this here off just for this here demo. But you see how I have it on the in and the out. So on the in and the out, it's gonna like automatically, when you load these tracks in there, it's gonna automatically line the inputs and the outputs up to whatever, how many audios that you have coming in the software. So um, when you hit it on the output right here, it's also going to do the same thing for the output. So if you have multiple outputs, then it's gonna line all those up automatically for you, and they're gonna automatically sync into your mixer lined up right here. It's gonna make it very, very, very simple. But for this demonstration, I have to turn it off because OBS only is gonna work on channel 1 and 2. So I'm not gonna run it um, directly out through my mixer. I just got it running out of channel 1 and 2 out of my mixer today. But all the other times when I do my mixes, I will make sure that I have that turned on. So when I have all these here running in, and they're all gonna be going in through Logic, and I could do whatever I'm gonna do in Logic, whatever. It's all coming back out right into the. I could still record it right into this mixer right here, and then reroute that back into another audio track into Logic as an analog track. You know what I'm saying? As a mix. Um, the way that I break this here down, as I told you, as I got 6 audios right here, and I got 4 right here. Um, I got 5 tracks right here on the Force. So what I do is, since I only got like 4 outputs, I'll like take like whatever I have, like my drums or claps or something like that. Um, you could put those on the same track, and you probably could pan them out. You can, turn one up, turn one down. You know what I'm saying? You can manipulate it a lot of different ways, even though they're on separate tracks. Um, and then you add another, like, so that'll be like on track one, maybe just different kind of claps and snares and stuff like that, and then a bass line will be on track two, by itself. So I can work with that by itself in Logic by itself, and add distortion, whatever else kind of plug-in I want to add into, and then 3 and 4 is whatever else you want to have on those other tracks right there, and they're gonna route out. So I'm on my interface. I'm using channel 1 and 2 for my microphone, but all the other channels right here, they're all routed out through the outputs of the MPC. The same way on the MPC, I'm just gonna go into the audio, and then I'm just gonna route those out through the channels in the back of the unit. Except I'm not gonna use any stereo channels. I'm using all mono channels, so I get the direct input and output of the direct line. So I'll play it right now, and you'll see how everything will line up. And I'll try to record it into Logic, and you'll see how it breaks down and everything. Now this is actually using both of the units. Like this one right here on the Force, I got five different tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? I stop them all right there, and I start with one right there. And on my MPC, it says that I have 5 different sequences on my MPC. So that means I have different kind of breakdowns in the MPC. Every time I change the sequence, it's gonna break down a different way. The same way it is on the Force. Every time I stop or play an instrument, then it's gonna come in or stop. Now, in the process of that, of me doing all this here, it's gonna record everything right into Logic. So what I'm gonna try to do is let me see. See, I'm on right here. I'm on track. I'm talking through channel 1 and 2. So as I do this, I'm gonna mute the mic, so you ain't gonna hear me just crunkling all around everything. But let me try to set it up right now. We're gonna use all these tracks right here. Whatever I have under this here, under 1 and 2, should reflect on whatever I have going on right here. Now, only tracks that I'm not gonna use is track 9 and 10. The only reason I'm not using track 9 and 10 is because track 9 and 10 is the output of these 2 jacks right here in the front of the interface right here, and I'm not even running anything out of there right there. But and I also have it available right here on track 9 and 10 if I ever want to add something else in there. But like right behind me right here, I got a rolling sound canvas. I just hooked that up through the MIDI, and that's actually running through the Force as well, and it's running through the interface. But I'm thinking about routing that sound canvas into this channel right here. That way, everything else will be routed into this 1 through 8 channel, and then I would use the rolling sound canvas for whatever MIDI that I use out of there on channel 9 and 10. So I have this ear turned down, and you still can hear me. So it doesn't even matter if this ear, the way the mixer set up is just, I like it. It's sick the way I can just hit solo right here, and everything comes out through the headphones, and I can just go. So I'm gonna try to record it in there right now. Just have a little patience with me. Man, I just did this little beat right here, like literally like 5 minutes before I started recording this video, just to show how everything works, and you can actually see it working. So it's not gonna be like the best of the beat and off the planet, and this ain't gonna be the best mix either. I'm just gonna run through this because you'll never get the perfect mix until you actually like program it in there to actually be that mix. Like you would go into song mode and then break down a different sequences of how you want the beat to break down, and then you'll also do the same thing in the arranger on the Forge, and then when you hit play, both of them will start playing at the same time, and then there's your song right there. I mean, that's the way I usually do it, and it takes a lot of it. It's a little time consuming to get it right, to do it, but that's the way I do all my beats like that right there. I would have this one, my MPC Live in song mode, programmed the way I want the beat to break down, whatever I got in there to break down a different way, and then I got this here on the Force to break down a different way. So when they both play together, it's gonna give you a unique kind of breakdown because they're both two different things, and I'm doing different things on both instruments. So I'm gonna bring both of them back from the beginning. Only track that I got selected on this one is the first one, and then on the MPC Live, I'm gonna start off with it. It only has 5 sequences on there, and I only got five clips on here. So it's 10, and I'm using 10 tracks. So using 10 tracks in Logic, and I got 5 sequences on both of them. So let's see what it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and run it, and you can see like how I got everything routed, and everything is just kind of like doing its own little thing right here, but it's gonna break down pretty neat. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic while I do this. Let's go. see right there, I mean, all the tracks right there are broke down right there. They're all broke down right here, and then you go right here to. I usually just click on this last one right here, and then I go to delete unused tracks, and then these right here are all the tracks that I use right here. Other than, I mean, I didn't use 1 and 2 either, but I'm using those for the mic. It actually recorded in there because everything's armed. But as you see right here in the beat right here, everything did break down right there. I don't know how this is gonna reflect on the OBS when I try to play this here back. Let me see. I'm gonna turn all these here record, but all these record lights off right here so I can see if everything was recorded. Actually, the levels and everything, how recorded. If it recorded too low, too loud. Everything looks good right there. I mean, it don't look like anything's actually distorted, but let me see how it worked out. So it looks like everything worked. The only thing that'll be different is like even after I recorded that like that right there, um I could still route those out into the mixer now onto its own channel and then give it its own little distinctive mix and then route it back into Logic as a analog mix and then add like the digital effects and stuff like that on top of that right there, then it'll come out perfect. But this is the way that I have it routed out. I mean, for a producer that's using I'm only using MPCs and everything that's in my studio is all MPC. You can only see a piece of the keyboard right here. I have the MPK 249 right there behind it, and then behind I have my DJ unit, and the keyboard right here is actually connected into my Force. So I'm using my Force right here for my keyboard, and pretty much everything that's coming into the MPC live, I'm just straight banging those out on the pads. I did that beat right there earlier, right before I started filming this here, just to make sure everything just working correctly. It took me a minute to kind of get a camera right here, at least try to set up, and I have a camera that's sitting on the light right here that's pointed down right here, but it isn't recording right now. I forgot to put a card in it, but maybe I can try to get both of those right there to work, and then that'll be a little bit more work because I have to edit both videos to cut scenes and all the other stuff. I'm one of those kind of persons, man. Just I just try to do everything that's on the fly. Everything ain't perfect all the time, and mistakes are made. You know what I'm saying? But you learn from those mistakes. So if I do something while I'm live or whatever, because this is all freestyle, you know what I'm saying? What I'm doing, um, then I can always go back to the video and then I can look at that and be like, nah, I messed up right there. I messed up. I did something wrong. But I mean, you learn from your mistakes, and that's what make producers greater, and that's how the great became the greats. You know what I'm saying? One day I hope I'll be great. You know what I'm saying? But I am Slump Music, and I do make beats. I got a catalog out there. I run my own distribution. I run my own record label. It's Slump House ENT Entertainment, and then I have another record label, Legitimate Crime Records, and that's the only thing I'm doing is just banging beats out. You know what I'm saying? And distribute them. I kind of use distribution kind of like as a place to save all my beats. I started getting to a point like, man, why am I buying all these hard drives, man? Just make the beat. I'm doing my own CD covers. I fly drones. As you see right here, I also got my controller. This is I wouldn't even consider it a music studio. I call it more like a music production workstation because that's all I'm doing in here is making beats. Even though I do got a vocal booth, but on the side of this, like behind me, I have another screen that you guys can't see. So like a whole nother section right here where I probably be doing my mixing and stuff. It's all the way out of the camera, but I also use my studio. I'm also a gamer too, so I do it all. I like while I'm gaming and I come up with ideas. I think about while I'm mixing and mastering, like I could be doing something different. Man, I'll add some effects from my Call of Duty and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm creative with it, and I'm always down to collab with anybody that that's doing music and that just want to venture out of their zone and try different things. That's me because I'm always trying to try something different. Like I mean, anything that comes to mind that has to do with music, I want to be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Music is joy and joy is my life. Well, I'm Slump Music, you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This is all live. This is freestyle. I was just breaking down my template because I have to do this here every single time, like when I want to do a beat. But today, I actually saved it so when I'm inside Ableton now or Logic, all my channels is routed out. I mean, like I was explaining to you, when you hit the send out on there, it will also that's gonna help you. So like after I mix this here down, if I send all those out right there, everything that I have in Logic right now is gonna run right into the mixing board right here, and I'll be able to do another mix on it, and man, you can just work wonders with it. You know what I'm saying? But I did this video because somebody else hit me up and it was like, man, I got the same setup as you, man. How do you get all that right there to work? And I mean, and the main trick of it is to have that Ableton link on and have that button that says Ableton start stop. You gotta have that turned on. It is not gonna work perfect until you turn that on. Once you turn that on, and then now Logic has Ableton Link, and this is what makes it super sick. Cause I mean, you never had Ableton Link with Logic, but I'm trying to tell you the easiest route to make everything in your studio work if you use Logic is if you had an MPC, run your MPC in with the MPC software, and when you hit play on the MPC, it's gonna make Logic play. So if you got Ableton start stop sync on your Force or anything else, it's gonna also start play the same time that Logic plays. So you'll be able to record all the stuff right into Logic. I mean, it's sick the way everything just goes right into the software and it comes right into the mixer. I mean, that's what you call hybrid mixing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. That's why I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I'm Slump Music. If you guys can see me, not too many people do get to see me because I'm always in there working, but I'm in there, man. You guys stay up. Thanks a lot, man.